Hey, this is Jim Katsoulis from Program Yourself Thin, and I wanted to answer a question that I got the other day. It was from a woman who said she has over 50 pounds to lose, and she hates exercising. And her question was, can I lose the weight without exercising? And the answer is yes. You absolutely can lose the weight without exercising. I can tell you myself, I personally lost 54 pounds over 20 years ago when I stopped exercising. I did yoga. I started doing some gentle yoga, but it was certainly not a calorie-burning, muscle-building, workout I was doing. It had other psychological benefits that I'll talk about another time. But the main point is this: that if you hate exercising, don't let that stop you from losing weight, because you don't need to exercise. Take that energy you would put into exercising and put it into your food, choosing the right foods, because ultimately, that's what's dictating your weight. And once you get that under control, then, then if you want to revisit the exercising, because there's obvious benefits about it. I always say that your eating controls your weight and the exercising controls your shape, right? But if you're just at the beginning stages of weight loss, you don't need the exercising right now. Right? In some ways, this is strange, right? But I've been doing this for 15 years, helping people, so I've seen everything work for some people. Ultimately, I think the key is finding a plan that works for you. I think that's the most important thing, is customizing, taking into account who you are. You hate exercising? Don't exercise, right? Find out who you are as a person and create a plan around you. But sometimes I've seen, many times, people start exercising and it's too intense of an exercise routine for them, or they haven't exercised before, or it's been years and they've been out of shape. So they start exercising and their energy gets low, their body gets worn out, they're hungrier, right? Because the more energy you use in your body, more fuel it needs, right? And so all of these things start to sabotage their weight loss. So the very thing you thought was going to help you can sometimes, sabotage you. So again, I'm saying exercise is important in some ways, but it's not necessary to lose the weight, okay? Because the main thing is the foods you're choosing. So again, if you take all that energy and put it into the foods, I think you'll be better off, in that particular situation. But let me tell you this, the other thing that can help you here is to rethink of how you think about exercising. Because, again, a lot of times we think about exercising as, let's burn calories, build up the muscle, the physical aspects of it. But if you start thinking about the psychological aspects of it, you may find that helps you even more. Because if you start, maybe you haven't done any exercise in years. If you start going for a 10-minute walk, right, each day, or you do some real gentle yoga for 5-10 minutes a day, what ends up happening is you start changing the way that you think about yourself, and that can be really helpful. Because as you say you go for a walk 5-10 minutes a day, it starts changing the way that you think about yourself in terms of health. You start feeling like you're healthier, right? There's that psychological aspect to it. There's a physical aspect to it too, by the way. Even 10 minutes of walking changes you physiologically. But the psychological aspect, you start thinking of yourself as a healthier person. And that is going to help you, because that helps you make better food choices naturally. And that's been one thing I've seen work for people over and over again. You make these small little changes that change how you feel about yourself, and then that changing how you feel about yourself helps you make the better food choices, which ultimately is what dictates your weight. Okay, so that's what I would suggest to you, is that don't give up on exercising completely. Reframe it so that the exercising that you're thinking about is something that you don't hate, right? Broaden your idea of what exercising is and what it's for. Because there's a saying, right, that physical trainers have, that you can't out-train a bad diet, right? Ultimately, your weight is going to come down to what you're eating on a regular basis, all right? So the exercising isn't some magic thing that you just do that and eat whatever you want, which, by the way, is one other thing that sometimes sabotages people, because they miscalculate. They work out for 45 minutes or an hour, and now they think, okay, I burned, 1,500 calories. When in reality, they burned 300 calories, and then they go and, eat extra food because they feel like they worked out and they have that extra room. So that's one more way that exercising kind of trick with people. But the main point is this, that it's not about the exercising, it's about what you're eating. So remember that. And let exercising be something that supports that. And the easiest way to do that is to introduce some gentle exercises into your life, whatever they may be. Whether it be yoga, dancing, going for short walks, short bike rides, simple things. This is let's face it, weight loss is a journey. it takes a little while, and then I'm assuming you'd like to maintain it. So you've got to think long term. And so you don't need to start off with hour-long workouts, 5 days a week. Just start off with something. What's more important, I always tell people this, is that consistency is more important than intensity when it comes to weight loss. Because it's the consistency of your behavior that's going to get you the results that you're looking for. The intensity, what I've seen more often when people are out of shape, the intensity leads to what? Injury, right? They end up hurting themselves. And then they get discouraged, and then they don't do anything. All right, so separate the two. It's all about the eating. So I hope this helps you out. And if you find yourself in a similar situation, implement this, use this. Don't wait anymore. Start making better food choices right now. And again, add a little bit of walking or something else to bolster that. So I hope this helps you. Have a great day. Talk soon.